I knew something was off the moment she walked out of the bedroom wearing perfume just to run a quick errand. Perfume? For a 5-minute trip? Seriously? I asked, forcing my voice to sound casual. You're just grabbing milk. She hesitated. Not long, just long enough. The kind of pause most people wouldn't catch. But I did. It was the pause of someone rearranging a lie. It's the only clean top I have, she said lightly, reaching for her keys. I nodded, like I believed her, but she never wore perfume to the store. She barely wore it on our anniversaries anymore. Something tightened in my chest. Not pain yet, just pressure. The kind that comes before something snaps. She walked out without looking back. I stayed frozen for a moment, staring at the door after it closed. The house felt suddenly louder in its quiet. It's strange how silence can feel like it's screaming at you. If stories like this hit close to home, take a second right now. Tap like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need to hear it. Sometimes the truth shows up when we least expect it. I grabbed my jacket and followed. She didn't turn toward the grocery store on Maple Avenue. She went the opposite direction, toward the older part of town, outside a quiet suburb near Columbus, Ohio, where the trees are tall and the driveways stretch long and private. I stayed a few cars behind her, my hands locked around the steering wheel so tight my fingers went numb. My mind tried to save me from what my instincts already knew. Maybe she forgot something. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe I'm wrong. That word, maybe, had been worn thin over the last few months. She turned into a quiet cul-de-sac I'd never seen before. Just a neat circle of aging homes, trimmed lawns, and one driveway with a faded basketball hoop leaning over the garage. She didn't pull into the driveway. She parked slowly at the curb, careful, like someone arriving exactly where they were expected.
She checked her reflection in the mirror, smoothed her hair, touched her neck right where the perfume had been sprayed. Then she sent a text. A garage door across the street began to rise, and the man standing there told me everything without saying a word. I didn't know his name. I didn't need to. The way her face changed when she saw him, soft, familiar, alive, was a language I understood instantly. She hadn't looked at me like that in years. My breath left my body in one cold rush. The world tilted. I dropped down in my seat, suddenly afraid she'd look back and catch me watching. But neither of them looked toward the street. Their entire world had shrunk down to just the two of them. She walked toward him slowly, almost shy. She used to walk toward me like that, a lifetime ago. He met her halfway. They didn't kiss, not yet. But the way he touched her elbow, gentle, natural, felt more intimate than any kiss could have been. I couldn't watch anymore, but I couldn't leave either. I sat there trapped inside my own body, watching the woman I'd loved for 12 years step into someone else's life. When the garage door closed behind them, something inside me cracked, so quietly I almost missed it. I drove home in a fog. Every turn felt automatic. My heart didn't know how to work without her yet. Inside the house, everything was unchanged. A dish towel still hanging by the sink, her sweater draped over the chair, a grocery list on the counter in her handwriting, careless loops and soft curves, milk, eggs, bread. I stared at it for a long time, trying to understand how someone could live two lives so cleanly.
When she came home 2 hours later, I was sitting at the kitchen table. She paused in the doorway. "You're home," she said. "Where else would I be? My voice sounded thinner than I felt. She placed the grocery bag on the counter between us like a shield. "You okay? You look pale." "I followed you." The words landed in the room like a stone dropped into still water. Her face emptied completely. Not shock, not anger, just nothing. "You what?" "I saw you with him." Her shoulders lifted as she took a slow breath. For half a second I saw something flicker, guilt, maybe fear. Then it disappeared. "He's just a friend." I laughed, a small broken sound. Friends don't open garage doors like that. Silence stretched between us, tight and electric. She pulled out the chair and sat down across from me. "I've been unhappy," she said quietly. "I didn't know how to tell you without hurting you. You hurt me anyway." "I know. Why didn't you talk to me?" "I tried. You stopped looking at me." That one hit harder than I expected. "I've been trying to keep everything together." She looked up, frustrated. "Exactly. You were holding everything together, not holding me." For a moment, I hated her for saying it, for turning my pain into shared responsibility, for placing her betrayal at my feet. But beneath the anger was something colder. Truth. We had been drifting for a long time. Quietly, politely. I just didn't realize she'd already let go. "I'm sorry," she said. "I never wanted you to find out like that." "I don't care how I found out," I said. "I care that you lied." "I don't love him," she whispered. "I just felt seen, like someone wanted me again." "And what about me?" "She thought about you," she said quickly. "That's why I tried to keep it small, temporary. I thought I could stop." "Could you have?" She didn't answer. And in that silence, I got everything I needed. "I'm done," I said finally. Calm. Too calm. "I won't stay in a house where I'm second place." Her lips trembled. "So, what happens now?" "I don't know," I said, "but I think we both know this marriage already ended." She reached for my hand, out of habit. I pulled away. Her breath broke. "Please don't hate me." "I don't hate you," I said, "but I can't love you like this." Her tears fell, quietly. For the first time in months, I believed her sadness wasn't an act. Not because she lost me, but because she finally saw what she'd done. That night, she slept in the guest room. I stayed awake, staring at the faint glow of the streetlight cutting through the blinds, feeling the ache of everything unraveling at once. By morning, I knew what had to happen. I packed a small bag, wrote a short note, set my ring beside it. The note said, "I still love you, but I won't follow you anymore." When I closed the door behind me, the house felt heavier than it ever had, like it understood exactly what it had just lost. As I walked away, a strange quiet settled inside my chest. Not peace, not yet. Just the first breath after drowning. And sometimes, that's enough to begin again. If this story touched you in any way, don't scroll past it in silence. Like this video so more people who need this message can find it. Subscribe to Cheating Secrets channel for more real stories told the way they're meant to be heard. Share this with someone who might be living in quiet pain right now. And comment below, do you believe some betrayals can ever truly be forgiven? Your voice matters here.